Rabies is a viral disease that is most often transmitted through the bite of a rabid animal. However, it can also be transmitted through the contamination of mucous membranes, aerosol transmission, and carnelian organ transplants. The first written record of rabies was in Mesopotamia circa 2000 BC. Rabies is present on all continents and endemic in most African and Asian countries.
Worldwide, the occurrence of rabies is variable, ranging from 35,000 to 100,000 cases a year. Annually, rabies kills more than 55,000 people. In the developing world, rabies in dogs is often a serious problem, while in the developed world, rabies in dogs is controlled and rabies is seen mainly in wild carnivore reservoirs and bats. For example, in the USA in 2004 there were 6,836 confirmed cases in non-human animals and 8 cases in humans. The initial signs of rabies resemble flu symptoms. These symptoms include general weakness or discomfort, fever, or headache. The site of the bite may be uncomfortable with a prickling or itching sensation. Within a few days, signs of cerebral dysfunction, anxiety, confusion, and agitation begin to surface. More specific symptoms may appear, including insomnia, anxiety, confusion, slight or partial paralysis, excitation, hallucinations, agitation, hypersalivation, difficulty swallowing, and hydrophobia. Rabies is diagnosed by the fluorescent antibody test, which is recommended by the World Health Organization. The test relies on the ability of a detector molecule with a rabies-specific antibody forming a conjugate to bind to and allow the visualization of rabies antigen using fluorescent microscopy techniques. Microscopic analysis of samples is the only direct method that allows for the identification of rabies virus-specific antigen. When symptoms start to appear, death normally occurs within days. In unvaccinated people or animals, rabies is almost always fatal. Thoroughly washing the wound as soon as possible with soap and water for approximately 5 minutes is very effective in reducing the number of viral particles. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends patients receive 1 dose of human rabies immunoglobulin and 4 doses of rabies vaccine over a 14-day period. As much as possible of this dose should be infiltrated around the bites, with the remainder being given by deep intramuscular injection at a site distant from the vaccination site.
Visit your veterinarian with your pet on a regular basis and keep rabies vaccinations up to date for all cats, ferrets, and dogs. Maintain control of your pets by keeping cats and ferrets indoors and keeping dogs under direct supervision. Spay or neuter your pets to help reduce the number of unwanted pets that may not be properly cared for or vaccinated regularly. Although less than 10 human rabies fatalities occur in the United States annually, as many as 40,000 Americans receive the vaccine each year after contact with animals suspected of being rabid. An additional 18,000 people get the vaccine before exposure as a preventative measure. Prompt wound care and the administration of rabies immunoglobulin (RIG) plus vaccine are highly effective in preventing human rabies following exposure.